438 field leads. Leading a weekly shift, and up next is one of them. The field leader and member of the DSA steering committee, Bev Solow. Make some noise, turn up, let's go. We winning this whole thing, let's go. Let's get it. Make some noise.
We love you, Bev.
Someone told me that these were good shoes for canvassing. I am so excited to be here on this stage tonight. My husband and I walked through the rain this morning to vote for Zohran. My name is Bev Solow. I'm a member of New York City Democratic Socialists of America. When I'm not working for DSA, I'm a semi-retired lactation consultant. I've lived in New York City for 43 years, most of my life, and raised my family in Inwood in northern Manhattan. Why am I here tonight? I've lived through a lot of New York City mayors, going back to Ed Koch. But now, New York is on the cusp of changing our history forever. We can feel it in the air. You can feel it in the air here for sure. That's why whenever I walk through the park in Inwood on my way to the A train, I leave about 10 minutes early because invariably I will stop to listen to birdsong, maybe see a hawk circling, and I'll meet a neighbor or two or three because I've lived in Inwood for decades. We chat, and they'll ask, "How are you?" And like many of us, I will say, "I'm okay." Even though every day brings news that seems worse than the day before. But for the past few months, I've been able to tell them something else. You know what gets me out of bed in the morning? Zohran's campaign for mayor. This is true. I actually say this. And my neighbors are ready to talk about how to win a city we can afford. A city where my son, a special education teacher at a public high school, in Long Island City in Queens, my son, who took me to my first DSA meeting in 2016. I want my son to be able to continue to live and raise a family in New York, along with all the working class people we're fighting for. But whether we're talking with our neighbors or total strangers, the conversations come easy. People love to hear how Zohran will freeze the rent on rent-stabilized apartments immediately. And there's more. As a lactation consultant who has worked for decades helping new parents make the stressful transition back to the workplace, I love to tell people they will no longer have to worry about how to pay for childcare. I also memorized the details from the policy on the Department of Community Safety because that information is so compelling. But this campaign is about more than great policies. A city we can win is about livability. It's about supporting families and stable communities where people don't have to move or leave the city because the rent's too high. Since the beginning of this campaign, I've started talking more than ever to people in my neighborhood about politics and my work in DSA. I've never been more proud of our movement, and I know we need to keep building it. I wouldn't be an organizer if I didn't make an ask or two. I joined DSA back in 2017 because my son asked me. I know another world is possible right now, and that's why I'm asking you all, will you join DSA too? Mayor Mamdani is going to need a big, strong coalition of organizers backing him up.
That's right, Auntie. That's right, Auntie.
It's hard to see you, but raise your hand if you've recently joined or will join DSA and have Mayor Mamdani's back. Amazing. We all love Zohran, but there are some people who do not. I've recently gotten a couple mailers comparing Andrew Cuomo to Zohran, and of course they are all full of lies. It'll get much worse over the next week. Why? Because they're scared. Because now they too believe we can win. That's why we need all of you out there over the next 10 days setting the record straight and helping New Yorkers imagine a city where all of us can thrive. We have 10 days left and a future to win. Let's bring this home. So here's my last ask. Sign up for GOTV canvases. Volunteers are in the audience with QR codes ready to sign you up. Thank you so much.